welcome to today's podcast. I'm Victoria Shakeshaft, and today I will be discussing the logic of Britain, or should I say, the illogic of Britain. Now, Great Britain has certain rules, regulations and laws put in place for the benefit and safety of its citizens, but some just don't make sense. Don't get me wrong, I don't resent the fact that the government is attempting to help and assist with their young adolescent youths, but they could at least try and be logical. I have 3 examples for you. Let me start off with the rules on smoking. In Britain, you must be 16 to legally smoke. That's fair enough. By this age, you can be aware of the health issues around smoking and possible consequences. But to be able to actually buy tobacco products and things that you would be smoking, you must be at least 18. It used to be that your parents would ask 14-year-old you to walk down to the corner store and buy them a pack of smokes, whereas now you'd be the one asking your parents or an older friend to buy you some. If I were to ask my parents to buy me cigarettes, they'd kill me, metaphorically, of course. This just doesn't make sense to me. Okay, another one. Let's get serious here. No jokes. Most people are aware that the age of consent in Britain is 16 years of age, which means at 16 you can legally engage in sexual activities. But also in Britain, you must be 18 to legally watch pornography. Are they effectively telling us that we are allowed to engage in activities that can cause sexually transmitted diseases and pregnancy, which are admittedly taught to us as young as 12, but we are not allowed to watch other consenting adults engage in similar activities behind safe and closed doors? Or are they telling us that if someone over the age of consent but under 18 were to record themselves and a partner together, they would not legally be able to watch themselves, as it would be classed as pornography? My final example is one of lethal importance, the military. To join the military, you have to be 16, where you will undergo training and tests to check that you are fit enough to effectively fight for your country and have the possibility of losing your life. Most people are aware of games such as Call of Duty, where you're set on missions at war or have 1v1 shootouts, seeing who can last the longest. These war games are set as an 18 age restriction. So basically, you are able to join the actual military and risk your life, but God forbid you be inside in the comfort of your own home, where the most harm you can give yourself is a strained thumb. Now let's see what my guest thinks of these laws, and if they were fully aware of them. Please welcome my guest, Will Jury Simpson, Skyping over. Were you aware of the rules regarding smoking and the ages that you are and are not allowed to do things?
I am, yes.
And do you think they make sense to be that way around?
I feel that it is. At the age of 16, obviously you can smoke. However, it's a lot more difficult to receive cigarettes or cigars that would be supplied by an adult. I feel that if the parent has acknowledged the fact that their child is smoking and they accept that, then that's fine. So I agree with the laws that can control the amount that they can have.
On the one to do with sex and pornography, do you think that makes sense?
It's a rather grey area. I actually do think it does make sense, to be honest, because there is a massive difference between sex and pornography. With pornography, first of all, it's extremely misleading, and if youngsters watch too much of this, it would they would have higher expectations. Also, there are categories in pornography that can actually be quite disturbing. Very rarely actually happens inside the bedroom in real life.
My final one is on the military. Now, you know that to join the military you have to be 16, but to play games such as Call of Duty you have to be 18. Does this make sense to you?
Absolutely. It's almost related to pornography. It is quite misleading. Gaming can be extremely gory. There's lots of blood. Games such as Black Ops and Call of Duty, it's just always kill, kill, kill. The thing with joining the armed forces at the age of 16, it's not all about fighting, it's not all about killing. With the armed forces, that can develop a person's life. And, I just completely agree with the laws.
Thank you for that, Will. Your opinions were interesting to listen to. And thank you everyone for listening. Next week on Illogical Britain, we have British politics with Byron Gilby.
Personally, I think it's ridiculous.